Welcome to the 2019 Las Vegas Challenge and our preview of the Innova Factory Store course. We're going to start off with hole 1, which is a par 3 415-foot shot. Fairly wide open, you just got to hit the gap, carry far enough to get to the basket. Don't go right, you'll end up OB beyond the cart path, and don't hit too close to the basket. It does slope downhill and you can leave yourself with a long putt. Hole 2 is a par 4 579-foot hole which has a new pin position. It was on the ridge to the left. Now we moved it down off the ridge and behind the pine tree. Good play is to play a roller or an open shot out to this area, which will leave you an easy upshot. A common mistake will be to hyzer out early and be in amongst the trees, which will leave your upshot congested to the slightly elevated pin. Hole 3 in the factory course is a par 3 389-foot all uphill shot. Tee-pad starts out slightly below the playing field and you cross over. This section of the cart path is in bounds. So even though it's 389, it plays more like 400 to maybe 425. Hard ground though around the basket. Make sure you land soft or you might roll away. Hole 4 is a 309-foot par 3. Essentially the same hole as last year. Plays a good turnover or a lefty shot. You want to throw right into the hill where the basket sits. Hidden danger is this sand trap you're seeing right now in the drone flight. One new addition is this platform the basket sits on. It'll mitigate the rollaways. Hole 5 in the factory store was the most difficult hole in this course last year. Played well over par, both AMs and pros. It's a 470-foot uphill par 3 that's going to make you decide whether to lay up here before the green or to go for it. If you're going for it, you're going to have to throw all of 470 to get there. And then you don't want to go past because there's a deep hill behind it that can leave you at least 40 feet away. Hole 6 on the factory store course is a 770-foot par 4. Dogleg right. You're going to want to carry this desert area and land in the grass. Stay to the left to give you an open shot to the basket, but don't carry too far left. You'll go across the cart path and BOB. When you throw to the basket, you're going to throw toward this tree and the basket sits on a small knoll. It's an uphill putt. Not many rollaways are going to hurt you here. Hole 7 on the Innova Factory Store is a straightforward par 3, 453 feet. If you carry about 370, it's going to go straight downhill to the basket. The only thing you have to contend with are these small bushes that are right in front of the gap. You can hyzer, throw straight, throw around, even throw a roller. You might have seen that on a video. Don't carry too far though. The palm trees behind the basket are trouble. Hole 8 is a par 3, 350-foot straight ahead shot. You're going to gap this tunnel, carry the green, don't hyzer too early, you're going to be over at the cart path. Basket sits just past the green down a small hill under this big pine. Again, don't carry too far. That cart path's about 20 feet past the basket. Hole 9 on the factory store has a new tee pad for this year. We had issues with some errant discs flying into the neighboring yard, so we wanted to change that. Again, this is a wide open hole that seems easier than it is. It played the 4th hardest last year. The basket sits on a rolling mound. Skipaways are common. Hole 10 in the factory course is a par 3, 378-foot hole with the hidden danger of this water that you cannot see off the tee. You're going to have to carry 300 feet if you go straight at the basket to clear this water. Smart play is to play to the left, pitch up, take your par, or go for it for risk reward. Hole 11 has a new pin position this year. This 565-foot par 4 gave up a few eagles last year, so the pin has been moved back about 30 feet. You're going to throw out and need to carry about 400 feet to get past this green. And then the upslope is going to stop your disc. It'll give you a long jump putt if you can get there. Be careful of the rollaways behind the basket. It's always a danger. Hole 12 on the factory store is going to work you. This is the par 5, 937-foot hole. The basket's been moved back about 60 feet this year. It's still going to take 2 big drives, accurate drives, to get you in position for an eagle. The sand trap coming up on your right hand side is 650 feet from the tee. So if you can see the basket that's been moved out on your second shot, you'll have a chance to get that eagle. We're going to see some scoring shift on this hole for sure. Hole 13 on the factory store course also has a new pin position. This 453-foot uphill par 3 has had the basket move to the right, away from the OB, but it brings the sand trap and the green more into play. The basket still sits on top of a hill, but rollaways won't go out of bounds. Hole 14 is a brand new hole this year. Last year was a par 4, this year's been shortened to 441 feet as a par 3. A tight tee shot is going to put you out into this open area where you can lay it for an easy par. If you go for it, you're going to have to throw a tight turnover. It's going to have to land between the green and the OB line that runs along the right hand side. Keeping with the theme of tight landing areas, hole 15, the downhill 367-foot par 3, has the tightest landing area on the course. OB beyond the cart path, OB beyond the rocks, and OB beyond the rope on the left hand side. Keep it straight. Hole 16 is a 723-foot par 4 with an elevated tee pad which will let you really open up. Just don't hyzer out early and end up in this hazard sand trap or across the cart path OB. You want to land right here in front of the green where you have an easy pitch up to this elevated basket. Hole 17 is the most heavily wooded hole on the course. The willows hanging over are always a danger. If you can't get through this gap, you can always go over the top with a thumber or tomahawk. But if you can make it through, you can slide down to the basket and have an opportunity for a birdie. Good luck. The course ends on hole 18, a 573-foot uphill par 4. Good shot here is going to put you between these two trees and land in the open space here. Don't go left or right, there is OB close by. You want to land right where your friendly neighborhood tournament director is spelling out LVC. Throw up your upshot, make your birdie. But we are going to see some fireworks here because this is well within the capabilities of most pros. We hope you've enjoyed the 2019 preview of the Las Vegas Challenge's Innova Factory Store course. We'll see you soon.